Hello， 累，有点小累。今天买了一些电脑配件，然后今天终于送到。哎，组装电脑也弄得满头大汗。哎，继续来玩这个《东方快车谋杀案》。啊，继续。好，我们要来检查这个家伙，对吧？
I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of
新人
translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself
还难
for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life, but I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters, threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
那你为什么来替他工作？
I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
是电子烟吗？
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
你该死了！太简约了吧，这个恐吓信。
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
OK。哦，那个就是那一份，你该死了。哎，
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to
刚刚
my
没有这个。
apartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you. I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
OK， 我们要去找上尉，对一下证词。看一下哦。啊，所以在12:37之前，他就已经死了。
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. My little gray cells did not let me down.
还有什么吗？这里服下安眠药不可能。也不可能。开窗逃离更不可能。用枪将他击毙，这个不对啊。只能这一个了，那个是最接近。马斯特曼，还有麦奎恩，完了，我忘记人名。麦奎恩是这个，马斯特曼哦，他的随从、管家之类的。马斯特曼比较像有嫌疑。麦奎恩还不知道。我们去找那个上尉啊。退休上尉106号房 ，OK， 好方便这个系统。人不在吗？这设计其实也很奇怪，我们要头等舱竟然不是放在车头，就是中等舱要去餐厅之前要先经过头等舱，很奇怪的设定。上尉在这边吗？不在。有 bar， 也不在这边，在餐厅吗？也不是在餐厅，那在哪？储藏室没得进去了吧？那上尉跑去哪里了？你不会在厕所吧？不在。上尉跑在哪里？他不是106号房吗？对啊，106号房啊。奇怪了。 204号房，它在这。203是凶案现场。202是我的房间。诶，那跑哪去了？这些门都不能开哦。102、103。哎，有个105的，不知道是。
The train is completely trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully, not for too long.
看一下现在任务是。哦，要回报进度是不是 ？OK。刚刚明明说要找上位的啊。好，没关系，我们先回报。他人在哪？101号房。刚101不是开不了吗？嗯？也绕来绕去偷台钱，101开不了啊！刚在餐厅有看到他吗？好像没有吧。我没印象有看到他哎。完了，他又跑去哪里了？难道在我房间？也没有啊。这里没看到他，这里呢？哦，在这里。好。
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
I use my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
要搜他身的吗？嘿嘿。
The ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
前往巴黎的。
Miss, can you hear me?
他的声音像是睡着哎。
Breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very sound. This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
Okay.
A cup of tea with white residue and
又被下药了。还不能出去欸。竟然是在上面的行李，那要密码。这不是那件衣服吗？
a briefcase and a wagon-lee conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
194，看起来很可疑耶。有没有其他东西可以看啊？要是这样看不出密码，他身上也没别的东西了。难不成是这个号码194？不会吧？贴紧电视剧。194，不是啊。Moby Dick， Words， 重点是这个密码。没有别的东西了，密码到底是什么？哦，等一下哦，是用听声音的。
No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. So, Poirot, any luck so far? Have you tried 1, 2, 3?
靠北哦，不要讲话啦。
Have you tried 0000? But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
靠腰哦。
If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. We really need to find the combination. No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. We really need to find the combination. Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
他们一直讲话，我怎么
If
听
you
啊？
need a break, I can ask Jean to make...
Book. Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right.
原来是他一直在
Quiet
讲话。
now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book.
闭嘴！
There will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
电电。啊！哇靠！哎，
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Room 203，他们为他工作。麻省警局。
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
连指纹都有，这是警察档案诶。麻省的驾照。
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
有没有刻名字之类的啊？好像没有。
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot. But then why take it on the train?
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
说你吵死了。
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you? You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yeah, yes.
最可怕的男人是
Joanna Locke. I'm
叫阿尼，
I'm a detective.
警
Berkshire,
署。
Massachusetts police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was
这载体好漂亮
to
哦！
fill in some blanks.
哎呀，我们现在变成警长了，警佐啊，不是警长。Daisy Armstrong Case， 黛西阿姆斯壮，3岁。这2019年2月24号被拐走。绑票案发生于阿姆斯壮住所。你体重可怕、
The crime was
我是不知
audacious.
道。
How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen.
他对这个房子很熟才行吧 ？Have 100万美元 ，ready 是什么？可能美元是 ready 吧。绑匪也没归还黛西。约翰阿姆斯壮。
How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
有社交活动的情况下被拐走啊！哇靠！
I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions.
电脑输入错误。
That's why I'm here. A damn computer glitch. Or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition. So my entire contribution to the investigation is to take it again.
对，来再问一次，是不是？
The phone record of the night of the kidnapping.
看一下啊、
The last call was for 911.
只要10点23分打了个电话，26分又打，然后4点打，11点打，也不太重要。只有最后是50分。哦，苏珊跑去打电话了，所以他没有，而且他连续打哦。啊，没有，这是早上，晚上10点11分开始打电话，讲到10点45分，然后45分发现了小孩不见。哦，30分还在。45分讲完电话就尖叫了，45分尖叫，然后马上50分就叫打911。OK， 大家知道发生什么事啊？地图
A topographical map. Often more important than a road map in these mountains.
还有什么吗？没有了，开门。我以为 detective 会开的车比较不会那么明显是警车，有需要的时候才把那个警车那个灯放在车顶。哎呀，好野人呢。
Good evening, Colonel Armstrong.
Yes.
You're the detective they phoned about.
Joanna Locke.
I don't remember you.
I'm newly assigned to the case.
It's about time more detectives were involved. My wife, Sonia, she hasn't been herself. Every day is a waking nightmare for us. Tell me you've uncovered something new.
I'm here to speak to your daughter's nanny. There was a computer problem. Her earlier statement has been lost.
Oh, I see. We had hoped. Well, do as you wish. I won't be far if you need me.
唉，可怜呐、小孩不见了，还有小孩的玩具在这里。
Fairy tale became a nightmare.
他是不是已经把它当作死？目前这个阶段应该还不算死吧，只是失踪而已，被拐走。
Sympathy and support for the Armstrong family during this difficult time. Thoughtful, but never enough.
这个屋子真的是有钱人家的玩意儿。都哪一间房啊？这一间哦。然后这间是小孩的房间。 凶手还知道是哪一间房真的很厉害我先看别的东西。
In France.
In France.
A toy train.
Bonjour.
Now here I am on a real one.
有猫干猫没有去抓它吗
Hello, are you Suzanne Moreau, Daisy's nanny?
Yes?
I'm Joanna Locke, a detective working on Daisy's case.
Is there any news?
I'm afraid not.
How can I help you?
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I have to take your statement again concerning the evening of Daisy's disappearance. There was a computer problem. Your statement was accidentally deleted.
Of course. I want to help any way I can.
事件概
Tell
要
me about that night in your own words.
The Armstrongs had a party to raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board. I was in charge of Daisy. I stayed with the little one all evening, playing with her and reading
All
books
evening.
to her.
抓到
She couldn't sleep with all the noise and the comings and goings.
When did you notice Daisy was missing?
I was
明明
only
在讲
gone
电
5
话
minutes to phone my mother. She's in the hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she might have gone to look at the party, but then I saw the ransom note on her pillow. I screamed and screamed. I couldn't stop.
Did you notice anything unusual before that?
I was with Daisy all evening. Finally, she fell asleep. I didn't see anyone else or notice anything in particular.
Do you have any idea who did this?
No! I can't see who could have done such a horrible thing. The Armstrongs are such good people. Like my own family.
Thank you for giving me your statement again. I'll get back to you if I have any questions.
I won't be far.
Okay, I have Suzanne's statement, but her answers need some checking.
OK， 我哪有可怕？莫罗小姐，这睡得很香。
This information does not correspond to what Suzanne told me. Suzanne said she left Daisy alone for 5 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she stayed with Daisy for a while and Suzanne did not return. That is a great detective job.
交叉比对。我们再去问一次。这个不行，来享用一下这个 逆转裁判，伊吉阿里。老婆在哪？老婆应该这间门吧？你看有色差，这扇门很明显可以互动。哎呀，是个孕妇，又拿了一张免死金牌。难怪你长大变警察了。
Mrs. Armstrong, my name is Joanna Locke. I'm a detective investigating the kidnapping of your daughter. May I talk to you? When is your baby due? Mrs. Armstrong? Sonia?
I don't want to talk. I just want to see my daughter again. That's all that
不讲话，我们怎么帮忙啦
The poor woman. I can't imagine how she feels. And another baby on the way. Nothing shocks me here. That is a great detective job.
就只是他女儿的照片吗
Mrs. Armstrong? Let me show you this.
一张他们也有的照片吗
Daisy, I miss her so much. How good it is to see her face.
I can't imagine the pain you're feeling.
你知道你客厅放了至少3张这张照片吗
Stuffed animal, Fluffy. She took him everywhere with her. The kidnappers took it as well. They didn't have to. That means they wouldn't hurt her, doesn't it?
Every lead will be followed up. You have my word on that.
Thank you. I shouldn't lose hope. Somehow.
I know it isn't my case, but I just made a promise, and I mean to keep it.
我没有大鸡鸡好吗
May I come back? If I have more questions?
Of course. Anything I can do.
我还没问完
Tell me about the night Daisy was taken, especially anything about your daughter and Suzanne Moreau.
Apart from seeing to our guests, I took a moment to check on Suzanne and Daisy in Daisy's room. Suzanne wasn't there, but Daisy was asleep. I sat with her for 10 minutes or so. Suzanne didn't return while I was there, but there's no reason for her to sit there all night when Daisy is asleep. I went back downstairs.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
She's in her room. Last door on the left.
Okay, the stories Sonia and Suzanne tell don't match. I should recheck my file and track Suzanne's movements.
打电话给母亲吗
That is not exactly what Suzanne told me earlier. Suzanne was on the phone more than 5 minutes.
对啊，半个小时
That's it. No rookie mistake there.
半个多小时再问他一次。等一下，在问之前，刚刚有些东西忘了看。一个细节这是关键。
The world through the eyes of a child seems so sweet.
OK， 就这样。妈的，垃圾！我可以出去吗？不行。这才是跑步嘛！侦探那个是什么？还是侦探老了？
If I understand you correctly, you left Daisy when she was not asleep?
The party was very loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. I read her a Motley Mule detective story to try and put her to sleep. Daisy finally fell asleep. Right before Motley Mule solved his case in the book I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call. No more than 5 minutes. But when I came back, Daisy was gone.
Liar! 骗子！
Are Are you sure you were only gone for 5 minutes?
5, 6, what does it matter? It was very quick.
You say you were only away 5 or 6 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she was alone there more like 10 minutes. And the phone record shows that you stayed on the call for more than 30 minutes, way longer than you said.
My mother is extremely ill. It's difficult for me. I may have lost track of time. When I came back, Daisy had disappeared. It must have been a coincidence.
You have to be precise, Suzanne. A little girl's life is at stake.
Why are you doing this? I didn't do anything wrong. I would never hurt Daisy.
I need to check Suzanne's story. She's panicking. Why now?
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
感觉问楼下那个比较好吧，还原事实。
No, Joanna. That doesn't track.
啊？
Come on, Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
啊？
No, I did something wrong.
啊，我知道了。
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective.
预先放了一条梯子在下面。
The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room. Then he joins the party, just one guest in the crowd. He somehow knows when Suzanne leaves the room, then sneaks upstairs. He opens Daisy's window, carries her down the ladder, and vanishes.
"哇，我忘记了，靠腰哦。 不是，我可不可以再看文件啊？靠，我还要回车上啊？不会吧？ 真的耶，2140啊。 2140，记住。
That is a great detective job.
太棒了，抄下手机号码，很厉害。
The number you have called is not in service at this time. Please hang up and dial again.
空号
Or contact your service provider.
啊？
The number Suzanne called is not in service?
A hospital?
空号，空号是什么意思？可是确实有聊天记录啊。
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
问问其他人。可是他讲这些话，他总要找一个地方讲，怎么会完全没有人知道他在哪
How are you doing? Are you holding up?
You know, in the military, you're supposed to have the stiffest of upper lips. The Desert War taught me that soon enough. But this, it's difficult. Damned difficult. Harder on my good lady, of course.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
Her room is upstairs across the hall from Daisy's. She seldom leaves it.
Did you see Miss Moreau during the party?
I remember seeing her at some point, but otherwise no. I was too busy with my guests. Wear the smile, shake the proffered hand.
Ms. Moreau told me she called her mother.
Well, why not? I believe they are very close, and the poor woman is not well. She needs some experimental treatment that isn't available yet in France.
哎呀，确认哦。
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
他妈妈状况确实不好，他也不需要撒这种很容易拆穿的谎言，或者至少他要跟别人也要撒一样的谎。
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne
哦，
told
还不
me.
够啊，还要再去问妈妈就对了。
I spoke with Suzanne. She was phoning her mother. That's why you didn't see her when you went to check on Daisy.
Yes, her mother. I tried to call the poor woman earlier that week, but the hospital said she's been in a medically induced coma for more than 2 months.
Suzanne told me she called her mother, but she would have known her mother was in a coma.
哎呀，越来越奇怪哦。好东
The
西
number you called that night is no longer in service.
I don't understand. That's the number the hospital gave me to call my mother's room.
You told me you were on the phone with your mother when Daisy was abducted.
As we said earlier, I didn't pay attention and was on the phone longer than I said. But since my mother is very ill, she had to leave her hometown, Lyon, because the treatment is not approved yet in France. She is in an hospital in Boston for a special treatment. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself.
Are you sure you called your mother?
Yes, every night since she was admitted in December.
昏迷。
Suzanne, I think you really care for Daisy. If you do, then tell me the truth. You can't have been calling your mother while she's in a coma.
My mom really is in a hospital in Boston. She really is in a coma. I wasn't calling her. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, Noah.
Why lie about
靠
it? Why
腰
are
嘞
you panicking?
Because he's gone. I haven't heard from him since the night of the kidnapping. I'm afraid he's somehow
哎呀
connected to Daisy's disappearance. That
哎呀，有可
he
能
was
呢。
just using me somehow. But I swear I talked to him. Yes, for more like 30 minutes that night. So he couldn't have kidnapped Daisy at the same time we were talking.
But he could have kept you talking so someone else could take Daisy.
Yes, you can see why I lied. Can't you? I was afraid you'd suspect me of having something to do with it. You can understand that, can't you?
Suzanne, I want to believe you, but you've made it harder to find Daisy. Do you realize that?
Oh my god. What have I done?
What's most important is not what you've done, but what you do now. Go. I'll be back to talk to you. No more lies, Suzanne. For Daisy. No more lies.
Noah. The name might lead us addressed to that little girl. I am on this case now, whether my captain wants me to be or not.
N.
A card from the florist. It's signed N.
没有别的了 ，OK。
What's in the glass case? Ah, big surprise. Glasses.
什么都没写。Victor Hugo。负心类吗？好像是吧。巴黎。
An Eiffel Tower keychain, but no key. Small jewelry box. By the size, I'm guessing earrings.
打开来看不就知道了？还不打开啊？戒指，钥匙。
Why put a key in a jewelry box?
哦。
I expect Suzanne must have gone through a lot of tissues these past weeks.
应该没别的东西了吧？一本一本看呢，法文的。哎呀，按错。法英词典，合理。完全看不懂。罗密欧与朱丽叶，侦探游戏，没有侦探剧故事书。日记本，不够。
That doesn't work. ？That doesn't work.
OK， 这本不知道是什么。这边也不知道是什么。啊？不对吧？我觉得一定是那个钥匙啊！我觉得是有的方向不对了。这样。
That doesn't work. ？That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
怎么可能？干这样用？哇靠！
Okay, Suzanne. Let's see what you haven't told
干
me.
这个钥匙。和诺亚一起在公园度过一天，我感觉得到他正在渐渐对我敞开心房。他都不觉得说着我的工作，我告诉他我有多么喜欢阿姆斯壮一家，特别是黛西。我真的觉得他很用心在经营我们的感情。现在要遇到这样的男人实在是太难得了。我和诺亚上我们最爱的馆子，蓝色珊瑚礁，共进午餐。一开始气氛很棒，但后来发生一件事，诺亚收到了一封简讯，我不知道那是什么样的简讯，但他说我们必须离开，他什么都不肯说。结果我们去了山上，终于我们来到荒郊野外的一间小木屋，他叫我待在车里，真不浪漫的情人节。诺亚送我花，平常他都是很体贴的，但不管怎么说，我觉得他今天变得比较疏远。希望他没事才好，我很想多多关心他，但又不想干涉他的私生活。好久没写这本日记了，我实在没有力气。我想这也是最后一次写了。我亲爱的黛西被绑架了，而且从那天起， 我再也没有收到诺亚的消息，也就是黛西被带走的那个晚上，他在电话里说个不停。我离开黛西太久，结果他不见了。我以为他爱我，但他再也没打过电话或什么的。自从黛西出事的那晚之后，他还没有回我信息。我迷失了，黛西失踪是我的错，我没有看好
I
她。
can see why Suzanne didn't tell me everything about this, Noah. It's clear when he disappeared that she realized something was very wrong.
唉。你耍的团团转啊！先看看啊，我问一下他们认不认识他好了。
Know anything about Miss Moreau's boyfriend?
Her boyfriend? I know she went out with someone for a while there. More recently, I saw a man in a 4x4 who would pick her up on her nights off. He never got out of his car, just waited for her. She did seem to spend more time than usual on the phone these past few weeks, but she worked hard. We weren't going to begrudge her what free time she had. Since the abduction, she keeps pretty much to herself.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
因为那个人的目的达到了。哎，这里。
These tire tracks could well be from Suzanne's boyfriend's 4x4.
没错。
The detective gets it right.
啊，当面问一下他。
I imagine these flowers must have been beautiful. Who gave them to you?
The gardener. They're getting pretty wilted, but I hate to throw them
又
away.
想撒谎吗？
Tell me about your boyfriend. Have you been together long?
My boyfriend? Why? He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Please, Suzanne, the sooner you answer my question, the sooner we'll be done.
His name is Noah Garrity. I met him at a Lunar New Year party in Great Barrington. He is a kind and caring person. Although, well, I miss him. He had to go away on business. He should be back.
Tread marks of a four-wheel drive vehicle were found outside the garden on the night
Are
of
they
the
pin?
kidnapping. Noah drives one, doesn't he? Where is he, Suzanne? If you know anything more about him, you have to tell me.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. He never did anything to make me suspicious. We went out to eat to the
屁啦！
Just
要不要
like
我
a
拿
normal
你的
couple.
你的
He's
日
not
记
the
出
only
来
man in the Berkshires who drives that kind of car.
I don't see anything that proves she's lying.
You really didn't notice anything strange about Noah until he vanished?
He could get moody at times, as if he had a lot on his mind.
In your diary, you say that Noah took you to a cabin in the mountains on Valentine's Day.
You read my diary?
I'm sorry, but we have to find Daisy. We both want that. So yes, I looked in your diary.
You're right. He took me to a cabin in the woods. I waited for him in the car. He came out after a few minutes. He was very sweet and apologetic, but he never explained. We went back to the restaurant for dessert.
Did you ever go back to the cabin with him?
No, never.
So what made Noah drive all the way to a cabin in the middle of nowhere? He left her in the car. Why was he there? This is important. I know it
重点要
is.
知道
I can
地
use
址。
Suzanne's directions to the cabin and compare them to the map of the area I have in my car.
来，我们来对一下。
Thanks to the information Suzanne gave me, I should be able to find the cabin on this map.
我们先出城。我光是出城这一点，我都不知道是哪里了。我假设是这里哦，这里感觉是市中心啊。穿过2座桥。穿过2座桥，有可能是这里。经过一片玉米田，绿色是什么？不是好，这一边2座桥，玉米田。左边玉米田啊、2座桥，不对啊。左边玉米田，然后茂密的森林。我看一下，2座桥，这里1座，这里2座。该不会是这里
That can't be the right place. That doesn't really match.
不对
Probably not here.
这里是玉米田，我不知道是长怎样。Forest。现在是越来越茂密的森林，所以我们停在小木屋外头。1座桥，2座桥。对。
That doesn't really match. That can't be the right place. That doesn't really match.
座桥，左边。
That can't be the right place.
总之是森林里面的房子嘛，
That can't be the right place.
有一个一个按。
I've got it. The cabin has to be here. I have to find that cabin. I hope I'm not too late.
用蒙的。找到小木屋了。OK。
Okay, here is this famous cabin. Let's investigate.
大名鼎鼎的小屋啊，先外面看一圈啊。看，不知道为什么有点起鸡皮疙瘩欸。Okay. Hey.
I need to see what's inside. That barrel is sturdy enough. I could climb on it.
啊？什么意思啊？那个互动是什么意思？我怎么没看懂啊？这个互动不是就要搬到这里来吗？然后我按返回，它直接没了。啊？不是应该他帮我搬过去吗？
Noah brought Suzanne to this dump on Valentine's Day? What a romantic.
真的是太浪漫了。
Hello? Is anyone there? Nobody. I can't just waltz in without a warrant.
卡关嘞、欸！怎么现在又突然 OK 了？它、现在又会动了，是怎么回事？哎、里面有那个娃娃哎、对啊。
It's Daisy's plush toy. If Fluffy is here, the kidnapper has been here. I have to get inside this cabin.
真的。
Ugh, an old hunting trophy starting to mold. Empty wine bottles. Somebody has been here lately.
床铺，这里有床铺。干，我突然起鸡皮疙瘩哎，而且越来越严重哎，是这个音乐的关系吗？拜托带个枪好不好，警察？
I'm not getting through this door by wishing it open isn't sturdy enough to force the door.
找武器是不是？
A maul for splitting wood. Perfect for attacking doors.
看该不会？
Look at that. A broken door to investigate. No need for a warrant. Some people seem to have played here before.
好几天哦，而且
The floor is scratched and worn in this area. The sofa must have been moved a lot.
哦，
The stove is cold. Nobody's been here recently. A lot of tools. I guess somebody noticed the cabin was about to fall down.
梳子。
That's a woman's hairbrush. Did Suzanne actually come in here after all?
3892，92年8月3号。
This bottle comes from the Blue Lagoon.
蓝色珊瑚礁，这就是他们有去过的那个餐厅吧？
Not really
靠
my
腰，
style, but I'll take it.
靠腰，原本在这里发现这种东西。OK， 东西都找完了，我们推沙发吧。
Damn, it's booby trapped.
靠
If
背
I move, it could go off, and that countdown tells me it wants to go off anyway.
.什么意思？哦，随便按，突然就解掉了。下面那一条，中间的， 哇！完蛋！
Since I'm telling this story to you, Mr. Poirot, you should be able to deduce I didn't blow myself up. Let's see if I can remember how I defused the bomb.
哦，我应该是这里做错了。我看一下，下面这一个到这里，这里连到这里，这里啊是这个。OK， 我刚刚应该是上面那个选错，这个点拉到这里。 这里 ，OK， 对，连到这里，我看错吗？然后拉到这边，这边再拉过来，再拉到这边。
That should do it.
啊 ，OK。
Wow, I wonder if that's how close it was. This would have ended my investigation right here. These rods are heading towards the canisters. It must be the trigger for the explosion. I smell a strong, sweet smell. Damn. I think these are filled to the brim with diethyl ether. Incredibly flammable. It looks like the kidnappers wanted to utterly destroy this place and whoever opened this hatch. A wooden crate? I have to open it.
建议检查一下环境，哎。
Oh no. Daisy.
啊？
No.
干！
I called in my discovery of the body. Then there was nothing I could do except protect the site for forensics.
干！他把尸体藏在那个箱子哦。
Team arrived an hour later. Cordoned off the cabin with crime scene tape and went to work, looking for physical evidence, fingerprints, testing for fluids, DNA, any clues science can uncover.
What?
They removed Daisy's body. The autopsy would take place in the morning. But I had one more stop to make.
把这个消息告诉他们。警长连跑都不愿意跑了，现在。哎。
Oh no!
That night, I swore to find the monster who killed that child.
完成第3章了。有够恶心呢！这样搞。
On train saw me? How? Daisy.
啊？
She was awake?
Then she collapsed again.
I take the responsibility. She was weaker than I realized.
又醒了。
Lie still while I examine you. Pupils dilated?
I'm all right.
至少他应该是真的警察，应该嫌疑没有那么大。
You have been heavily sedated. Your pulse is very weak.
I have to finish my story. Ratchet can't escape again. Can't escape.
Have no fear of that, mademoiselle. Ratchet will not escape.
We must hear her story.
This woman needs rest. I will let you know when she is recovered enough to continue. But I warn you, It will be some time.
I understand, Doctor. Thank you.
I have completed my preliminary examination of the deceased. I think that it will interest you.
Indeed it will, and I have other witnesses to interrogate. You are right. Let's not put this poor woman in danger. There will be plenty of time for her to finish her story when she has recovered. By all means, tell me the results of your examination.
美国人32吗？请左。OK，
That was easy.
他们都偏向把人物的模型做的比较年轻，30集的、20集到30集的都偏年轻。
Can you estimate the time of death?
Rigor mortis was advanced, but not complete. I estimate the death occurred between midnight and 2 in the morning.
That tallies with the witness statements I've collected so far.
不对哦，12点半那个是假的，是假装死者的。
What is the cause of death?
Multiple stab wounds to the upper torso. It's odd there are no signs of a struggle that might indicate one of the first wounds was enough to kill him.
It seems that Monsieur Ratchet had taken sleeping pills during the night.
Ah, that would explain the lack of defensive wounds.
Mr. McQueen and Mr. Masterman told me that Monsieur Ratchet didn't smoke. Can you confirm this?
I can't say without a more extensive post-mortem.
也是啊。
What can you tell me
应该有
about the stab
要把肺切开才知
I
道。
counted 12 in all. 1 or 2 are so slight as to be practically scratches. On the other hand, at least 3 would be capable of causing death. The angle of the wounds is instructive. Most appear to have been struck by a right-handed person. But you see, this one, under the right armpit, it's not a deadly blow given the depth, but a right-hander couldn't have done it. It was most certainly struck with the left hand.
So, our murderer is left-handed. No, it is more difficult than that, is it not?
As you say, Mr. Poirot, some of these other blows are just as obviously right-handed.
Hmm. 多重杀手吧。
Do we have a first and second murderer, as the great Shakespeare would put it? The first murderer stabs his victim and exits left, turning off the light. Then a second murderer comes in the dark, does not see his or her work has been done, and stabs a dead body.
Magnificent.
You think so? I'm glad. It sounds to me a little like nonsense. Thank you, Doctor. Excellent work under difficult circumstances. Please let me know when I may speak again with Mademoiselle Locke.
Of course.
Hmm. 提供一支烟给乘客吧。
A smoker might innocently turn me down.
会吗？
Those I've questioned could be lying to me. I must be sure of the answer.
难道直接问就会比较好吗？
Yes, that's certainly a good place to start.
屁嘞！
I don't remember any conversations about smoking. The topic is of no interest to me. Yes, I have personally seen some passengers smoking. I just have to remember who they were. Yes, I suppose it's likely they will give me the list of who smokes what. Et voilà.
唉，精致地图。
My little gray cells did not let me down.
OK， 继续问话，这个待会再弄。
How is Mademoiselle Locke, Doctor?
Her vital signs are improving, but she is still unconscious.
I understand. Thank you for looking after her.
OK， 现在要询问大家，谁有抽烟？直接在客厅，在那个餐厅问吧，把人都叫来餐厅，对吧？应该是这样吧。
Most of the passengers pass by the bar during the day. They eat, drink, write. Maybe I can use this information for my investigation. Brilliant. Yes, it could work.
对啊，那个酒保，那酒保蛮聪明的。
Regularly. Good job. Yes, if I ask them to write something trivial, they may do it instinctively with their dominant hand. No, not good. Given all his regular duties and the number of passengers he serves, it is unlikely Mr. Michel could pay attention to this kind of detail while interacting with them.
不然就这个咯，也是靠自己。
Yes, I will remember which people use their right or left hand. That's the right answer.
好，一个一个来。我们先去找那个 bartender， 跟他说一下。
Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
It is, of course, about the murder of Monsieur Ratchet. Can you tell me your movements last night?
I understand. Yesterday evening, I took a break at Vinkovsky station with Hotaru. We then went to our quarters in the staff accommodations, a section of the luggage car. Freya was there, reading, and I went to bed right after. Freya is there now, I think, and Hotaru is in the kitchen. They can verify my story.
What time was this?
11:30 p.m. or a bit after. The snow is beginning to fall heavily.
I see. Thank you.
外面的人好吵。
Can you write your address on this paper, please?
You want to pay me a visit?
Who knows, Monsieur Fauché?
但是也有撇子。
He is right-handed, there can be no doubt. Are you a smoker?
I'm trying to quit, but yes. I'm now down to just 1 pack of cigarettes a week. If you're looking for a heavy smoker, you should talk to Hotaru.
Are you
跟
a
谁？
smoker?
I'm trying to quit. If you're looking for a heavy smoker, you should talk to Hotaru.
Thank you,
Hotaru，
Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Hotaru，好。 看来要我自己亲自一个一个问。先不管他了。不他喽。
Monsieur Maury, would you have a few minutes to give me? I have some questions to ask you.
Do I look like I can answer questions? The room is spinning. My head is about
你
to
看起来是肚
explode.
子痛。
You were celebrating last night?
Celebrating when Freya always wins. Ah, what am I saying? If you want my answers to your questions to make sense, help me recover. You see there, the magnet on the fridge. That is my special
宿醉救星通灵水。
my day after survival tonic. If you could make me my special tonic, I might survive long enough
我
to
是侦探，是
answer
酒
questions.
保。
John knows the recipe very well. He can help you with the preparation.
Very well, Monsieur Maury. If I must, I must.
拖
I
台
will
前。
make you your day after survival tonic.
拖台前。然后，日本人李方景主厨。
That was easy.
Easy peasy。好，来，我们去准备吧。半颗柠檬汁，150毫升气泡水，6片薄荷，50毫升姜汁。不是，这冰箱是积木是不是？薄荷叶。
I can use this lemon squeezer to get juice if I find fruit.
OK。通灵水。
I'm missing half of the tonic ingredients.
香。柠檬呢？柠檬。 好像拿完了、欸。好。嗯？
I have all the ingredients for Monsieur Maury's tonic. I have to go and see Monsieur Fauché so he can prepare it for me.
还好不用自己调。
Monsieur
雪先
Fauché,
生，
may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course.
Oui.
How can I help?
Monsieur Fauché, I need your help to prepare a cocktail.
Salut。
What is this phrase? This is music to my ears. What can I fix for you? A mojito? A gin and tonic? Or perhaps a martini? Shaken, not stirred?
It's not for
Gin
me,
and tonic.
but for Monsieur Maury.
Ah, his day after survival tonic. Unfortunately, I know it well.
Here is everything that was listed on the magnet.
Excellent. I can take it from here. Mr. Poirot, I'm uncertain about the lemon juice. Is it half a lemon or a full lemon for the recipe?
半颗，我觉得
Half a lemon.
I can't remember if Hotaru prefers it with ginger or without. Do you remember?
不是说这也很熟。
I can assure you that he will want the ginger.
There you are, sir. Hotaru will be himself again.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Salut。 来了。
Here you go, Mr. Mori.
豆走
I
豆
hope
走。
this will help you.
Thank you very much. Please give me a moment. While this takes effect, it will be a while, I'm afraid. But I will not move from the kitchen.
Since I have to wait, do you know where I can find Mademoiselle Nielsen?
She is in the staff quarters in the luggage car. If the door is locked, John will have the key.
Thank you. I will return. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
还要回去找那个酒保拿钥匙哦，太烦了吧！一来一回的，我可以再拿水果吃吗？直接把路挡着哎。
Monsieur Mori told me that you are the one who has the key to open the luggage car door. I will need it.
Yes, that's right. Here it is. Please don't forget to give it back to me.
I will not forget, Monsieur
我
Faucheux.
绝对会忘记的，故意忘记。上面还有一个很奇怪的东西，除了钥匙，也是类似钥匙的东西。
I have a favor to ask. Could you visit the passengers who are in their rooms and explain there has been an error with their allergy and diet form?
But Monsieur Poirot, I made no errors.
Of course not. Call it a computer error.
Yes, it is possible, but even if I can see this is part of your investigation, I do not understand it.
I would ask that you observe which hand each passenger uses.
Ah, you wish to know if they use the right or left hand when they write?
That is my intention.
I will take on this mission for you.
Excellent.
这样要很信赖这个这个酒保，你要确定他不是嫌疑犯才可以做这个动作。照理说应该不是啊，301。
That's it. It's open now.
Open Sesame， 扑克牌哦，昨天你们在剧毒哦。
Cards. I suspect they were reading diamonds and spades instead of books.
然后看一下有没有装什么隐形眼镜啊？
Bottles.
有没有输老千？这个是什么酒啊？ Captain Sir Mr. Charcoal 哦，威士忌哦。
Hello, Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I ask you a few questions?
I don't have a minute. My career is ruined, and it's not my fault.
But how did this terrible
我们
thing
不是
come
救
to
了你
pass?
的
My supplies,
职业生
passenger
涯吗？
luggage, our living space. There is so little room. I gave the cargo handlers in Istanbul strict instructions how to stack my crates containing the ingredients I need for my desserts. So as one box is used up, it can be discarded.
And these fools of cargo handlers did not follow your instructions?
Ignored completely. I have 4 crates that must be moved from there to here to correct the order they are stacked. But placing the wrong crate on top of a smaller crate will crush it, its contents, and my career.
Calm yourself, mademoiselle. I
我们又要
understand.
变搬货工人了。
The problem is these 4 crates must be moved there, but carefully.
Yes. I have to move these 4 boxes from this location to here. But there's not much space to move the boxes, and I have to be careful never to put a bigger box on top of a smaller one, or
直
the
接拿着
smaller
最
crate will
底
be
的箱
destroyed.
子搬过去不就好了？
I shall assist you.
这就为解谜而解谜的。解谜的方法就大概是这样，这是一个比较基础的。 大家有看懂吗？完了。下点按错。
Et voilà!
You are a lifesaver.
Or at least a dessert saver.
Thank you, thank you. I will gladly answer your questions.
Can you tell me your movements of last night?
Last night after dinner, I stayed in the kitchen
Last
until
night.
12:15 a.m. Then I joined Jean and Hotaru in our quarters. Then all of us read quietly in our beds until we fell asleep.
屁嘞！
Very studious stuff. However, Monsieur Mori doesn't seem to have followed the same literary pursuit as the others. And these rum bottles, do they have something to do with his hangover?
安静看书啦，
I rather think that you didn't just
怎么
read.
可能安静看书？
What makes you say that?
I spoke to Monsieur Mori. He seemed to be quite hungover. He even asked me to make him his day after tonic. He blurted out, "Freya always wins." Wins what? Looking around, it is clear you were gambling and drinking most of
剧
the
毒
night.
啊，还敢剧毒啊？
It's late when we're off duty, but we need to unwind. And now there's been a murder? Yes, I admit it.
你们剧毒的时候，
Please
正是
don't tell
凶杀案
us
发生的
it's
时候
against。regulations. We could all be fired.
Mademoiselle, I realize your difficult jobs have been made more difficult.
不要拿凶杀案当借口
There
哦
has been a
你们
murder.
剧毒的
I
过
must
程
have
中
the truth.
Of
才是那个
course,
案发过程。
I'm so sorry.
It's not such a crime. I'll leave it there and check in with Monsieur Fauché. Would you mind writing your address on this paper? I'm asking everyone on the train for addresses, in case I need to contact them once they leave the train in Paris.
I understand.
Yes, that's it. Mademoiselle Nielsen is right-handed. Do you smoke?
No, I never have.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers, Miss Nielsen.
感觉应该问完。嗯，咦，靠腰
You
嘞！
can never have too many of these.
我永远找不起耶，这个。外面的小孩好吵，9点多嘞。我戴着这个隔音都还不错的耳机，竟然都还听得到，有点扯。还有我的麦没有收音，应该是没有。你看起来好很多了。
How are you?
It's better. Thank you.
Then may I ask you some questions? It will not take long.
Quickly, please. I have hungry passengers to feed.
Please write your address on this paper.
My address? I don't see why.
I think I hear Monsieur Book approaching.
My address? Yes, of course.
右边
A right-handed person. Not surprising, most people are. Très bien. Can you
Très
tell
bien.
me your movements last night?
正好最近也在
Nothing special.
稍
When I
微
went off duty,
碰一点点
I
法文。
joined John and Freya in a compartment.
Comment ça va?
for a short while,
特别。
then went to bed early.
Reading? I'm not sure you have recovered enough to tell me the truth. Don't waste what little energy you have recovered to lie, Monsieur Mori.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Poirot. You're right. It obviously wasn't reading that
都帮你调饮料了，还想
made
骗
my heart like that. But if you told Monsieur Book, it could mean my job.
I will keep your secret, but I am investigating a murder. You must tell me the truth.
Thank you.
You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
你觉得
You
是
happen
哦
to？ know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with a good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person who vapes. It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot. I see.
啊，
Your testimony was invaluable to me. Thank you.
对，上位也是有关的啊。
My palate depends on your good health.
也是，搞不好那些，我可能要看看上位他是左撇子还是右撇子？我要还你钥匙是不是？
Here is your key. Thank you very much.
很聪明卡我位置还要我还你钥
About the
匙。
favor I asked of you.
Aha, but of course. I was able to get new allergy forms from guests who were in their compartments. Monsieur McQueen, Monsieur Masterman, Count and Countess Andreni, they are all right-handed. I also asked Princess Dragomirov, but she had her assistant, Madame Schmidt, sign for her. She is right-handed as well.
You have exceeded my expectations. Well done. Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
OK。现在任务是看左右撇子。
Nice.
哦，记录起来了。
Fantastique. Et voilà.
OK。
Good.
这明显不抽烟的
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
啊？
Yes.
不吸烟吧？
Poirot.
Huh?
That is not a good answer. Are you a
我怎么
smoker?
记得他？
Right.
哦，他有重播那个。
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit.
Nice. That was easy.
现在要找上位了。我来看厕所有没有那个金色的那个鬼东西啊？它要藏哪里？诶，该不会给我藏这里吧？干，真的耶。
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
OK， 上位在哪里？
I'll observe her instead. I'll keep an eye on them instead. I'm right.
就是刚才观察出来的。OK， 快用手好像都已经解决了吧？差很少人了。
Mademoiselle, I am sorry to disturb you, but I need to ask you a few questions.
Are you the investigator?
I am.
We are lucky you are on the train. What do you want to know?
Do you smoke, mademoiselle?
No, I can't stand the smell of tobacco.
Perhaps you will be so amiable as to write me down your address.
With pleasure.
Mademoiselle Olsen is indeed right-handed. Do you have a scarlet silk kimono, mademoiselle?
No, indeed. I have a good, comfortable dressing gown of Jaeger material.
Jaeger.
Anyone else in your compartment?
不知道在哪里听过 Jaeger 这
A
一句
young
话。
English lady. Very nice. Very amiable.
After the train left Vinkovsky, did she leave the compartment?
No, I am sure she did not.
Why are you so sure if you were asleep?
I sleep very lightly. I am used to waking at a sound. I am sure that if she had come down from the berth above, I should have awakened.
Did you yourself leave the compartment after that?
Not until this morning.
I hear, mademoiselle, that you were the last person to see the murdered man alive.
I do not know. It may be so. I opened the door of his compartment by mistake. I was much ashamed. It was a most awkward mistake.
You actually saw him?
Yeah, he was reading a book.
And what did you do after that, mademoiselle?
I went in to the American lady, Mrs. Hubbard. I asked her for some aspirin, and she gave it to me. I usually carry extra aspirin for the refugees, but I gave mine to a camp in Turkey. They needed it more than me.
Hmm, 意大利人吗？
I must admit I'm not right this time.
46不像吧？
No, not good. Think, Poirot, that is not a... This is wrong.
岁数问题。
Think, Poirot, that is not a good answer. I do not think that's...
46，你看30几跟46有差那么多吗？
Let me down.
又有皱纹又有白头发的。
Did Mrs. Hubbard ask you whether the communicating door between her compartment and that of Monsieur Ratchet was bolted?
Yes,
And was it?
yes.
And after that, what did you do?
After that, I went back to my compartment, took the aspirin, and lay down. That was around 10:50 p.m.
每个人都10点多哎。
This was a very interesting conversation, mademoiselle. I thank you.
If you have any other questions, I'll be in my compartment. Good luck, Mr. Poirot.
Mademoiselle Debenham, I have a few questions for you.
Of course.
Would you mind writing your address on this paper for me?
Not at all.
右撇子，
It, Mademoiselle
全部都是右撇
Debenham
子
is。right-handed. Do you own a scarlet nightgown?
No, it isn't mine.
Whose then?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You do not say, I have no such thing. You say, it isn't mine, meaning that you know who it belongs to. Am I correct?
Oh, I see. No. I woke up this morning about 5 a.m. with the feeling that the train had been standing still for a long time. I opened the door, and I saw someone in a scarlet kimono some way down the corridor. Her back was turned. It was impossible
Her
to see who
back.
it was.
I understand.
女人哦，
Do you recall what time Mademoiselle Olsen went to get some aspirin from Madame Hubbard?
I remember glancing at the clock. She left our room just after 10:30 p.m.
Was she away for a long time?
About 5 minutes.
That confirms what Madame Hubbard told me. Do you smoke by any chance?
No, I never have.
Let's start with your movements last night.
There's little to tell. I went to bed and slept.
Did you know the man who was killed?
I saw him for the first time during lunch yesterday.
Did you notice anything about him?
Well, if I believed in auras, I might say he seemed dark.
Thank you for your assistance, mademoiselle.
没什么有用的资讯。矛盾之处，新东西耶。等一下哦。
Strange, this story. If Mademoiselle Olsen is such a light sleeper, why didn't she tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham getting out of bed? She point to tell me the opposite. That's the right answer.
那就是说，那个女的可能就是她。它是106吗？我忘了哪一间房了。好像106吧。
Captain Arbuthnot, I know that you are the only person on this train to smoke e-cigarettes. We found a vial of e-liquid at the crime scene. Will you talk to me about this, or should I pass on what I've learned to the police?
All right. Come in if you must.
哦，让我选择哎。
How is Mademoiselle Love?
Vital sign.
I understand.
还没醒来。
Pardon this intrusion, Mademoiselle Olsen, but something
我先跟他对峙这个。
earlier confuses me.
Oh, please, come in.
How can you be sure Mademoiselle Debenham was in bed all night?
As I told you, I am a very light sleeper. The slightest noise
light
wakes me
sleeper.
up. If Fraulein
这个
Debenham
口音
had
好
gotten out
好
of
有
her
趣。
bed, I would have heard her. I got up this morning around 8 a.m. She was sleeping soundly.
Are you certain you would have heard her?
Yes. Why are you asking?
I spoke to Mademoiselle Debenham and she told me that she got up around 5 o'clock in the morning. She opened the door and looked down the corridor. It was then that she saw a woman in a red kimono. How do you explain that?
I think I must have been sleeping very soundly not to have heard it. But
不是说自己很浅眠吗？
me a suspect?
I am not accusing anyone, mademoiselle. Do not worry. I am just trying to determine what happened last night. Thank you for your testimony.
你不是说自己很浅眠吗？每个人都在说谎。好了，就跟他对峙。上位这一条线应该是一条重要的线。
I have just a few questions for you.
Very well. Let's hear them.
Could you write down your address here, please?
My address? If you insist.
也是右撇子，目前没有看到左撇子，左撇子都死哪去啊？
Is this e-cigarette liquid yours?
What flavor is it?
Banana.
Well, that is awkward. That's my flavor of choice. But I have no idea what it was doing there, whatever.
Can you explain how it ended up there?
I have no idea. I never entered the man's room, Poirot. That's the truth.
There is nothing you can recall last night that in any way struck you as suspicious?
It's nothing. A mere detail.
Allow me to be the judge.
Well, before returning to my room, I went to the lounge car to get a glass of water. When I was passing through the first-class corridor, I noticed that the door, which is just after your room, 201, was not quite closed, and the person who was inside peered out in a furtive sort of way. Then he closed the door quickly. I know there's nothing in that, but it was the furtive way it was done that caught my attention, struck me as a bit odd.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know. The young English lady, Mademoiselle Debenham, was at the Tocatlian Hotel. Perhaps you met her there?
We exchanged a few words, fellow Brits abroad, that sort of thing.
What can you tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham?
Nothing whatsoever. We barely spoke.
The director of the Orient Express, Monsieur Bouc, thinks the assassin is a woman.
And that is enough to accuse her? She had nothing to do with this murder.
How can you be so certain?
The idea is absurd. Ratchet was a perfect stranger to her. She'd never seen him before.
Ah, did she tell you so?
Well, yes, maybe she did. She may have commented once upon his somewhat unpleasant appearance. If a woman is concerned, as you seem to think, to my mind, without any evidence, I can assure you that Miss Debenham could not possibly be implicated.
It is clear that the captain is defending Miss Debenham, a woman he supposedly doesn't know very well.
Yeah.
What were you doing last night around 1:15?
1:15? I believe I was still talking to that young American fellow, Mr. McQueen, the secretary of the man who was killed. We were in his compartment.
He was a friend or acquaintance of yours?
No, I never saw him before this journey. We'd hit it off at dinner, and the conversation continued into the early hours.
Until what time was that?
Until 1:45 or so. Then I retired to my room and went to sleep.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome.
不在场证明。
Captain Arbuthnot is the only passenger to smoke an e-cigarette. Even if this liquid in Ratchet's room is a solid clue, he has an alibi. I cannot accuse.
除非这个不在场证明不成立。
Et voilà.
其实大部分都不成立耶。这两组都不成立耶，其实。
My little gray cells did not let me down.
OK， 要补个回报。我已经按跑步了，他走路就是那么慢。哦， 他在酒吧那边。吧？哎，在餐厅吗？跑到那么远？哦，对啊，对。
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
先讲电子烟的。
I identified the person responsible for the bottle of liquid for the vape found at the crime scene.
So, this is our culprit? Do we hold him?
No, unfortunately, this bottle belongs to Captain Arbuthnot, but he has an alibi, confirmed by Monsieur McQueen for the time of the murder.
可是持刀者多于一名啊。
Dr. Constantine's report, the stab wounds were made by
所以可以是他们两个一组。
right-handed and one left-handed person, and with different strength. For the moment, everyone I have checked is right-handed. It is impossible to draw any conclusions as yet. However, I still have a few people to interrogate, notably the Russian princess.
You still have many avenues to explore?
Indeed, the case is far from over, mon ami. There is no trace of the murder weapon on the train as yet.
对，凶器都还没找到。
Could have hidden it anywhere.
It must be somewhere.
Indeed, as you say, it must be somewhere.
Monsieur Bouc, Monsieur Poirot.
Michel, calm down.
But it's Mrs. Hubbard. She says she found the murder weapon in her room. She's very upset.
啊？
Let's go, Poirot.
太及时了吧！我需要找到凶器的时候，他就找到了。OK， 嘿嘿，存档喽，存档喽。直接覆盖了，没差。好，今天先玩到这边了，差不多该休息了。我也去，等一下去运动一下，那我也早点的休息。好，下一次应该就能把凶手抓出来了。我们就下次继续。待会播个结束影片，放片 YouTube 存档就关台了。下次再见，礼拜二见啦，拜拜，叭叭叭叭叭叭叭叭。